Hello, everyone. This is Rich Cispace Matt Sphere, and I want to talk about the enteric nervous system. This is a theory that I came up with that I believe is connected to psychokinesis and how we affect objects around us. Um, and so I made some videos about this a few years ago, and they're very detailed and stuff, and they have some good pictures and good video images in them. But I wanted to make this video just to kind of refresh people's minds about the enteric nervous system and new viewers. What the enteric nervous system is that it's the brain and gut connection. The brain and the small intestines are directly connected. That's the enteric nervous system. And what it is that the brain has neurological wiring, brain matter that goes down from the brain to the esophagus into the intestines, small and large intestines, and they're in the wiring. This neurological brain matter wiring is embedded inside the inner wall lining of the intestines, small and large intestines. And the enteric nervous system, the stomach is basically just another extension of the brain. It's basically one thing, the brain and the intestines. And I believe that they're involved in psychokinesis, that because the intestines are deeply involved in emotions and feelings, and they're there so that when you see something happening, you physically feel it in your center. You get a gut feeling, you get worried, you get scared, you get excited. And those emotions are directly involved in how you are able to focus your intention, your your energy to affect an object with telekinesis. That's because it's emotional balance. If you're having too much distress, you can't have enough focus to send that intention, to spearhead that intention to affect an object in telekinesis or electro or any other ability, to transfer that energy outward, right? So the enteric nervous system, the brain and intestines, the brain and gut, is directly involved in the proper balance of your emotional state. And the reason why we have problems with psychokinesis is because there's two things: our diet and our domestic life, our personal life, personal problems. Just like I said in the beginning, your stomach reacts to external emotional events that affect it. It can send out too much diet, kind of like a breaking liquid that breaks down foods. It secretes too much of that, and that can be caused by emotional problems or bad diet by eating too much greasy food. And when that happens, you can't have a proper emotional balance. The stomach sends the signal when it's in distress, whether emotionally or by bad diet. You get a tummy ache, or maybe subconsciously it sends a signal to the brain telling it, hey, something is not right here, you need to react. I'm not feeling good, you need to react, whether it's external or diet, food. And when that happens, we're not able to send out the proper frequencies and proper energies to affect our world around us to be able to do psychokinesis right. And so that's why the enteric nervous system is very deeply involved. And that having a proper diet, like eating proper greens and drinking lots of water and avoiding soda and things like that, don't make your stomach intestines work too much and putting out the unnecessary amounts, excess amounts of secretion liquids to break down the foods you don't need to do. And try to get out of domestic problems or emotional problems, family problems. Try to avoid them, because that can create both, can create a lot of imbalance of the mind and body. You need improper symmetry, so you want things to be completely in line, not to be like this. And that's why the enteric nervous system, the brain and gut axis, is deeply involved in psychokinesis. And there's also a theory, which is, I already made a video about this in the past. It's the gut microbes, the bacteria in the stomach that break down the foods. Now, this is a very interesting thing. I'm gonna make another detailed video about this, but I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about it. The intestines has bacteria in it, and it breaks down the foods for you. But the thing is, though, is that these are just not one-dimensional bacteria or microbes. These microbes, people in the past think that they're just like mindless little specks of bugs or something that just eat and just go and just exist. But they're like small animals because they survive and they think and they're intelligent. They have a certain amount of intelligence, probably as much as a dog or a cat. maybe equal or just a smidgen below, but they're just as intelligent as dog or cat. And when you're having emotional distress in your life, they notice that. Just like how when a dog or a cat reacts to violence around it, they react and they run away or they get scared. So that also is involved. The microbes, the bacteria in the intestines are involved in psychokinesis as well, because they can send bad energy to the brain, bad worry signals, stress, or they can send pleasure and proper create a sense of proper balance. But I'm going to talk about that more in another video, more deeper in that. And that's just the enteric nervous system and how important it is to have a proper state of balance, body and mind. The stomach is basically another part of the brain, but what it is that the brain is basically another another part of the brain, like the occipital lobe for vision, the frontal lobe for thinking, and the thalamus and the emotional other parts of the brain. So the stomach is another part of the other parts of the brain. It's basically one brain. The stomach and the intestines are basically one thing, but the intestines are there so that you can so that your emotions can be felt throughout your body, you know, so you can feel emotion throughout the body. That's why it's down there, so it could be another part like an anchor that creates emotional frequencies and is able to react to things around you so that you can react in a fight or flight thing. You know, you feel it here, then you feel it in the other parts of the spine and all that, the autonomic. And so, like the I hope that in the future, my theory will be proven correct. The enteric nervous system is deeply involved, and so um, I think that it will be involved, and I have confidence that maybe someday a person will be watching this. He'll be involved in the body, the gastro area, the intestine area, the enteric nervous system. A real scientist that's been in for decades is involved one is curious about psychokinesis, but also knows about the gastroenteric nervous system and all that, and just does his own studies and proves me correct. So I hope that I know that I will be, because it's just too good and it's just a big thing that's deeply involved in psychokinesis. So I hope that happens soon too, and it'll be a great thing. So I just want to share that with you guys. This is my theory, my idea. Just want to refresh with you, and I'll be uploading another video about the other microbes as well. So just dabble about it, talk about it, and just give me your thoughts in the bottom comments. Okay. So take care. God bless everybody.